At Hamline University, we start by believing.
Start by believing means that my sister, my friend, won't be alone when they choose to report their assaults.
I mean, no one really wants to talk about sexual violence and victims and survivors, but I think this just brings it in the light and really helps students remember that we need to be supportive of each other.
The reason why survivors don't come out to tell anyone is because they're afraid they're not going to be believed.
We need to believe each other, and we need to, be there and help connect people to resources.
If they're a victim, where do they go? Who do they talk to?
Connecting them with the resources, connecting them with the dean of students or resources off campus that they might need.
We make sure that everyone knows that if you are a victim, that someone will listen to you and someone will take what you have to say very seriously.
We need to stand up for each other, and I think that's really going to start helping these conversations happen more.
Our approach was that we know that ultimately we want to create a culture change.
And Start by Believing really is getting further upstream.
And it's going to take time, take some progress.
You begin to change the community, you begin to change outcomes, you begin to change the likelihood that somebody's going to report.
The Start by Believing pledge is to pledge to believe someone when they come forward about a sexual assault.
And it means that we have a responsibility to make sure that they're listened to, they're cared for, and that we act.
It makes our campus a support system for any survivor who chooses to come forward about their assault.
You can't do your best at Hamline and feel like this is a good community unless you feel safe and unless you feel supported.
My school being a Start by Believing campus makes me feel safe.
We are putting that victim first and putting aside any questions that we may have and first providing the support that they need.
First thing they're going to hear from one of our deputies is, how can we help you?
And understanding that 90% of sexual assaults on college campuses are not reported, it really drove home the point to me personally and professionally that this is where we need to be, and we need to be there now.
And we want people to be very trustful of law enforcement because we're here to advocate for them as victims.
We don't get involved unless somebody comes forward, but when that happens, that we are doing our investigations better, that we're looking at all of the various issues as it relates to charging a particular case.
We want to make sure that college students know, whether they're males or females, that we believe them when they come forward and say, I've been a victim of sexual assault.
When you talk to a Hamline officer, you will be believed.
At the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, we start by believing.
The St. Paul Police Department starts by believing.
St. Paul Ramsey County Public Health starts by believing.
In Ramsey County, we start by believing.
I took the pledge to start by believing. Will you?